What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Shift. We are here. Nick Earnshaw. I'm ready to get freaking popping. I'm ready. I'm ready to get it popping. Are you ready, Nick?
I am so ready. Beyond ready. I know you were fist pumping. I was fist pumping. We got a lot to talk about. We have a
I'm
lot to talk
arm
about.
waving. I'm going back with the
Well,
arm waves.
hey, you know how to do that.
Yeah.
I know you know
I
how to do that.
yeah, sure I know. Yeah, I think I know. But I try my best. That's what I do, Nick.
I
That's what
know.
I
I
always do
know.
is I give my best effort. That's what
You
I
give
do out
your
here.
all. I know you give your all, and
I
you're
appreciate it.
out here every day, and you're grinding, and today you're out here again, and it's time to talk some baseball, Francisco. There's
Always
tons of storylines,
Oh, there's a ton.
and
There's a
we
lot
made
of fun things to talk about.
and before we get into it, I mean,
Yes.
I know we did our first lineup with the Dodgers in our last episode.
Right.
I made some people upset. I know I made you upset. I don't think I'm gonna make as many people upset this week with the team we
Well,
chose.
that's what you say. So like,
I don't think so. I think it's a very viable lineup.
okay. Well, we'll find out in about, a little bit here. We'll find out after we get into some of these other topics here, but I'm not like optimistic about that, especially your Andre Ethier pick. Like
I would be so ecstatic. I thought you would be ecstatic to hear my lineup this week. Like you'd be chomping at the bit to get to that segment. Like
I
I'm
would never
shocked
be
you didn't.
chopping at the bit for anything that
I'm
you're ever
shocked you didn't
doing.
lead the show with our lineups today. That's how excited I thought you'd be. But you're not, I
You wanted to
guess.
lead the show with our lineups. We're not. No, we got to tease it. Look, we did the Dodgers last week. Everybody, we have a new series. If you have not, if you didn't catch last week's episode, if you didn't, go check that out. We're doing our all-time lineups, rosters for each franchise. Um, and last week, the first one we did, LA Dodgers, we decided to do a historical franchise. And this week, again, we're doing a historical franchise. Find out who it is in just about 15 to 20 minutes. But first, Nick Earnshaw, let's get into some opening headlines here for our intro before we get to the meat and potatoes. So let's start it off with Giancarlo Stanton. It was reported that he's going to miss 6 weeks with a strained left hamstring. Look, Stanton is somebody that has had injury issues throughout his career, even when he was with the Marlins, even when he was Mike Stanton. So he has had injury issues. This is nothing new. This is nothing new at all. And the Yankees are definitely going to miss him, considering they're starting off the year. They're bottom 10 in runs scored. And this is a guy who maybe he was going to get to 500 home runs in his career. Maybe, and he still could. It's very possible. But the injuries are definitely a concern. And the Yankees lineup, they need him to stay healthy, Nick. They need him to stay healthy. This kind of sucks for them.
Yeah, this is not great for their lineup. I mean, this is a lot of power. He got off to a pretty decent start. This is a guy who the past 4 seasons has missed 41% of the games in totality. So, yeah, he's had a long injury history. Everyone's aware of it. That's why I'm shocked. A few weeks ago, we brought up our overreaction.
Right. Yeah,
I
we
need to point out when I'm right again. I'm just going to point out when I'm right again. We talked about what was he going to hit over 35 home runs this year. You took the over, I took the under. He's not getting to 35 home runs this year, unfortunately, because he can't stay on the field. At this time, I believe it's a hamstring injury for Giancarlo Stanton. It's always something. I mean, I think it was 2020. He had a strained left hamstring. He had right ankle inflammation in 2021, and then he had Achilles tendonitis last year. I mean, it's something new every year with Giancarlo Stanton. It's like you can just book it in. All right, how long is he going to miss? Because he's definitely going to miss some games. You can just at least chop off 15 games for Giancarlo Stanton every year because it seems like he finds his way to the IL. It stinks because he's such a good player. He's so dynamic, has so much power. I mean, what did he hit that 480 something foot home run earlier on this year?
Earlier this year.
Yeah, that was him. I mean, the power has always been there. He's an exciting player to watch. And it's going to be a hole in the Yankees lineup for the next couple of weeks, 6 weeks. It seems like it's going to be. So the Yankees are going to have to make do without him as they've done in the past.
Yeah, and like, man, he's always at the top of the leaderboards, and we're talking about home runs and whatever. Always, I mean, when you're looking at everyone looks at the Statcast numbers, like exit velocity, hard hit balls, he's always there. In the top five. It's never whenever a hard hit ball happens with another player, right? A player hits a missile or a rocket. It's always compared. It's like this player and Giancarlo Stanton. It's whenever player hit that, it's like, oh, well, Stanton hit one in 2017 that was 119 miles per hour. He hit like a 120 mile per hour single, blah, blah, blah. It's always Giancarlo Stanton. So, I mean, the Yankees are going to, it's going to have to be Judge. It's going to have to be Rizzo. It's going to have to be Glaber. Like, guys are going to have to, and we always know Judge steps up. But it's gonna have to be a lot of these guys in this lineup. I think what's his face? Oswaldo Cabrera, right? That's the right fielder, right? The one that has like the Squidward face, right? No disrespect.
Wow.
Yeah. But did you want to add anything else before we get to our next
yeah,
thing
no,
here?
The Yankees that they've dealt with injuries to start this year. I mean, Harrison Bader, Carlos Rodon, Josh Donaldson, another guy that like from spring training.
He's injured right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've dealt with injuries to start this season. The injury bug has really caught the Yankees to a large extent. So to add another impact player like Stanton to the IL, they're just going to have to power through it. I mean, he's batting .269, 4 home runs this year, 11 ribbies. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this really affects the Yankees going forward. I still think they'll be okay.
And when I was talking about Squidward, his face looks like Squidward's house.
It looks like his house. You think it looks like his
house?
You
know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Look at it. It's very like long. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
It wasn't even like a shot. I wasn't saying he was like an ugly man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it came off like a shot. It came off like a shot.
All right, I didn't mean to. Oswaldo, you're a good baseball player. I don't mean that.
Squidward's, a little bit of a grump. Not the best looking dude.
I'm saying his face looks like his house.
All right. You didn't say that first. You didn't say the house.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just clarified.
All right. I just hope you apologize. What if we get that's another guest out the door. Another guest out the door. Another possible guest out the door.
Oswaldo Cabrera was definitely going to be on the ship very soon. Yeah, sorry, Oswaldo. I apologize. There you go. My apology. So let's get to some BS / congratulations to Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, clap.
I guess, here's one thing I will say about, if you didn't know, Kershaw last night, he's had a great start to his season, went 7 innings. I think it was 9 strikeouts. I think it was against the Giants. It was Mets. Sorry.
Mets,
and gets his 200th win. 200th win of his career. Look, man, I want to abolish the pitcher win to the sun. Okay, that's not what this is about. But I think it's dope. I think it's great that Kershaw is the 13th pitcher ever to get his 200th win with the team that he did it for his whole career, like one team his whole career. I think that's great. I think that shows. You don't nowadays guys go everywhere. Like Garrett Cole's been with the Pirates, with the Yankees, or he's with the Yankees. It was with the Astros. Verlander's with the Tigers. The Astros. Now he's with the Mets. So guys don't do this. Like, this isn't something guys just do. Guys don't just get 200 wins with one team. Like, I think it's awesome that Kershaw did that. But let's get it out of our head. Maybe Wainwright, if he's healthy, Wainwright will get his 200th win this year. Great, cool. Wainwright's another one. I guess he'll be like the 14th pitcher because he's only won with the Cardinals his whole career. So that's great. But the pitcher win, one of the dumbest statistics in sports history. In the history, you could date it back to lacrosse, back in whenever they started playing over wherever. Okay. Like, they've been playing, the cavemen were playing with, sticks and bricks, whatever they were doing. Okay. That's great. It's one of the worst stats in the history of sports. It means nothing. Okay. It doesn't do anything for you, for me, for you, for baseball players, for executives, for the mailman down the street. It does nothing for them. Okay. We're not going to talk about the pitcher wins, losses, whatever. Abolished forever. Okay. But I just wanted to mention, I think it's cool that Kershaw did it with one team. Another milestone for the GOAT of his generation.
Okay. Listen, I don't disagree that a pitcher win is very insignificant. I think we can both agree there that we don't hold a lot of value to the pitcher win, right? Because it's and you know what's crazy? I mean, after the game, according to ESPN, a quote from Kershaw, he said, "That's why tonight is really cool because it's a team stat, a win. So for me to be able to do that 200 times is just a product of me being on some great teams." Now, that's partly him being humble. But it's also, it is a team stat. It's because a lot of it has to do with how the team performs, how much run support you're getting as well. So yeah, I'm with you there. But you got to be happy for the guy. I don't want to bring him down on his big day. Yeah, 200 wins. I get the stats there, and it's an insignificant stat, and we agree on that. But you got to be happy for him. Kershaw is like the best pitcher of probably our generation. For him to get a 200th win, all staying with the Dodgers. He finally got the World Series a couple of years ago, got over the hump a little bit in the playoffs. We know the struggles there, but regular season, man. I mean, like you mentioned, maybe Verlander has been as dominant. Scherzer. I mean, but Kershaw's right up there with those guys. So he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. 200th win is just another thing he can add to his resume. Good for Clayton Kershaw. 200 wins.
Look, bro. I said congratulations.
Just give him his props on his day.
I said congratulations.
Yeah, but then you start twisting. Then you start twisting and veering off.
I ended it with the congratulations. I ended it. And now we're gonna end this segment, okay?
All right.
So shout out to Kershaw getting 200 wins. Yeah, good for you, dude. Good for you getting a meaningless stat. All right, so now to our next little whatever you want to call it, Jacob deGrom, Nick Earnshaw, who's no longer a New York Met. Happy, as a Phillies fan, just happy about that. He exited his last start for the Texas Rangers against Kansas City Royals the other day. After 4 no-hit innings and only 58 pitches, with what I understand is some soreness in his right wrist. Yes, look, he said he's feeling better. It's an all positive, but this isn't all positive. Let's be real. If you're a Rangers fan, if you're a baseball fan in general, we want to see deGrom out there on the mound because he's the best in the world when he is. We all know where this is going. It's always either his arm or it's his back or it's his elbow, which is what it was the last couple of years. It was like 3 different injuries. The guy is he's injury prone now. And he's 30. He's going to be what? He's 35 or he's going to be 35?
He's 34 right now. Yeah, he's 34 right now.
Right. So he's going to be turning 35 whenever that is. And it's just, look, I just think at the end of the day, Nick, like people can look at the Mets and what they did and not bringing deGrom back. They made the right decision. Like, I really don't think this is going to go this isn't going to be good for the Rangers in the long run. You're going to have him for a 5-year contract, whether you thought he was going to, play out the contract or not, whatever. It's just not a good start, man. I know it's spring training. He already had some soreness. Maybe it was his wrist too. I forget, but this is not like a good start. At the end of the day, the Mets made the right decision. The Rangers are just going to have to live with this. I doubt, I would not be surprised if deGrom missed some serious time this year. This is just a start. It's only April. Okay. It's been a couple of starts. At the end of the day, Nick, I really do think the New York Mets made the right decision in letting him go. Maybe fans in the moment hated it, but I do think it was the right decision.
Yeah. I mean, as good as Jacob deGrom is, great pitcher, right? 34 years old. I think that was a poor allocation of resources by the Texas Rangers. That's a lot of money for a 34-year-old, aging, injury-prone pitcher. I mean, the guy can't stay healthy. I mean, it's something. Whether it's something little, whether it's something major, the guy can't be out there consistently. Can't make consistent starts. It's always got to be something. I mean, to pay him $185 million, it's just a big mistake. For him to be 34 years old and have all these problems, have all the issues that he's had, I I think that's not an investment I'd want to make if I'm a GM or an owner of a franchise. I get Jacob deGrom, big name, great pitcher, can win you some ball games, but I can't sit here and say, yeah, if he was a free agent, that'd be my number one priority is to go get him and pay him all that money. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money for a guy who's in his mid-30s on the decline and can't stay on the field. So yeah, I mean, does this shock you? No, it shouldn't. We kind of expected this, like, oh, how long is it going to be before deGrom really starts to get hurt and something pops up, something flares up, and this time it happens to be the wrist. I know Bochy said he was going to have play catch soon and see how the wrist is feeling. I think they're just going to have to deal with it. I mean, they made this investment. They knew going into this contract that they're going to have to deal with some of the ramifications of what Jacob deGrom is and how he is prone to get hurt. So, I mean, this is what Texas kind of got themselves into.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we both agree there on the alien Jacob deGrom. Can he stay healthy? That's the big issue. I think we all want him to stay healthy at the end of the day as baseball fans. So let's get into our next thing here. Cody Bellinger, man. I mean, just a couple of days ago, again, early in the season, like numbers fluctuate. You could have a 5-for-5 day, go from hitting 245 to hitting 310, which is exactly what Cody Bellinger did after going 5-for-5 against the Oakland Athletics just a couple of days ago. His slash line is now, yes, he went 1-for-5 yesterday, but his slash line now 302 batting average, 357 on base, 492 slugging with an 849 OPS. Nick Earnshaw. He is, it is a small sample size. I'm going to ask you first. I want to get your opinion. Is this too small of a sample size to say he's back, or are you buying the Cody Bellinger comeback tour here with the Chicago Cubs?
Listen, it's early. It's early, right? But
definitely.
I can't say I'm not buying in. I'm not. I mean, we've seen Cody Bellinger have success before. That's why I felt like a change of scenery would do him a lot of good. And I think right now it seems like he's comfortable at the plate. I mean, that 5-for-5 game, absolutely ridiculous. Hitting over 300 this year so far. I'm kind of buying into the Bellinger stuff. I mean, what is he on, a 30 homer, 30 steal pace or something right now? Like it's crazy. So, I mean, is Bellinger back? Yeah, I'm going to say Bellinger's back.
Already?
I think he's back.
Come on, dude.
I think he's back. Francisco, I'm buying in. I know it's early on in the season.
I know, but when we say back, do we mean MVP Cody Bellinger back? Or we're talking about just, maybe Bellinger, what he was before those MVP seasons, where I think his rookie season, he was really good. 2018, he was good. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about MVP
I'm not going MVP level, but I'm saying like he's going to be a consistent, more consistent hitter, and I think he's going to have a really good year. I don't think he's going to be MVP level good, but I think he's going to have a really solid year. I think Cody's going to be back to like solid form. I don't think he's going to be as poor at the plate as he has been in the past. But I think he just needed a change of scenery, and being in Chicago, a little bit different. The pressure's off. Not as big expectations as there is out there in LA. I know they made some moves, adding Dansby Swanson too this offseason, a couple more guys, but I think you're gonna get solid production out of Cody Bellinger. I think he's gonna have a really good year. I don't think he's gonna have a great year, but I think he's gonna have a really good year, and he'll come back down to earth a little bit as the season rolls along. But I think Cody Bellinger, I think he's gonna have a better year than we think.
Okay, still small sample size. That's just what it is for me. I'm
not
buying it yet. I'm not buying. You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I'm not buying it. Okay, I'm not buying it yet. That's all I'm saying. Yet. All right. So let's talk about something else. I think we both feel pretty passionate about, and especially we got to talk about this on this show because it's called The Shift, and we talk about what could make baseball better, what could make baseball worse. One of these things, Nick Earnshaw, I think I think we feel pretty similar on this. So let's talk about it was just announced recently that the Atlantic League, right? Mid-Atlantic League or Atlantic League? Atlantic League. So apparently they're a place where baseball has done a lot of experimenting with before they bring things to the minors and to the majors. So even if these things happened, it wouldn't happen for a while. It would happen for at least a couple of years. Now, obviously, this year we have the new rules with the shift, with the bigger bases, with the disengagement rule. All these things we have in the pitch clock. So we have these new rules, but came out recently that the Atlantic League is going to experiment with 3 things, Nick Earnshaw, but we want to hit on one of these things for sure. We can mention a few of these other things as well. So the double hook DH. So basically, I'll read it verbatim from the ABC article I read. So basically, the double hook DH is a designated hitter rule, allows teams to use the DH throughout the game as long as the starting pitcher throws at least 5 innings. If that doesn't occur, the team loses its DH and the pitcher spot would bat for the remainder of the game. The rule was also used in the Atlantic League last season. How do we feel about this, Nick? How do we feeling about this potential double hook rule? People have been talking about it over the last couple of years, but what are our thoughts and feelings here?
Look, we've been pretty positive on the rule changes this year. I feel like for the most part, right? I think we've enjoyed some of the rule changes that they've implemented this year. You and I think we can agree on that. This is one of the more dumber rules that baseball has come up with. What are you doing? This is the epitome of just trying to do too much for Major League Baseball. Yeah, I know it wouldn't happen if they were to do it for a couple more years and they'd have to get it approved and all, This is beyond stupid because first of all, you just added the DH to the National League. That's already been a change that's only been in place for a couple of seasons now. That's number one. Number 2, you just added all these pitch clock rules, all the new stuff coming into the game this year, banning the shift, adding the pitch clock. All right, great. The disengagement rules. You've already added that. You've already made some significant changes to the game already in the past couple of seasons. Relax, MLB. Stop trying to do too much. Stop trying to change the game beyond belief because this makes no sense. I get the idea of you want to try and have pitchers go longer and deeper into ball games, right? Fine, but this is just trying to do too much. It's not a smart rule. I think this would make the game worse. And for the Major League game, it's just too much all at once in too little time, right? I get it wouldn't happen for maybe a couple years, but I think it's still all just too close together. People are still trying to get used to these newer rules, having the DH in the National League, adding the pitch clock, no shift. Just settle down, MLB. This rule makes no sense. They should not even have it in the Atlantic League. They shouldn't even test it out because whoever came up with it is just beyond ridiculous and needs to be stopped. And it just needs to stop. Major League Baseball needs to just calm down with the rules. They already added a ton. Like, just take a chill pill. Sit back, watch a baseball game, and stop trying to just add things out of your ass. It's ridiculous. So stop.
Ass. Jesus,
so
stop. Listen to Nick Earnshaw.
Stop adding all of these ineffective, non-needed rule. You don't need it. You do not need this rule. You don't need some of these ones that are trying the Atlantic League. Enough is enough. So now we're going too far, Francisco. I can't take it.
Yeah, I could tell. You need to take a chill pill too, Nick Earnshaw.
I will. I got my Tic Tacs around.
Tic Tacs. What is wrong with you clown? Jesus, get this guy a freaking Tic Tac. All right. So I just think I'm with you. I just think it's too much. Like, I think adding the universal DH was enough. Like that's all we needed to do. I think fans are happy with that now. I think all Major League fans have gotten used to it. This whole thing where it's like, oh, at least 5 innings, that's too much, man. What do we play? What sport are we playing? Are we playing cricket? We playing golf? I don't want to play golf. Okay, I don't want to play golf.
I know you don't want to play golf. I don't want to play no boring ass friggin' sport called golf.
All right. So other ones I think we both agree there. Like, I just think there's too much there. 5 innings and the whole DH. And like, what are you going to do? Pinch hit for hitters? It's stupid. I don't think it's really going to catch on. I don't think so. But
well, here, Francisco, here's the thing. You would think it's I guess the idea is also it's adding a little more strategy to the game. No, it's not. There's
already enough strategy.
There's plenty of strategy. Even with the pitch clock, there's still plenty of strategy. Enough. Just relax.
Yeah, and these other ones too. I think we can both agree. Like, apparently these other.
Yeah.
So there would be each club will. I'm reading this off the Athletic. Each club will list a designated pinch runner who can be substituted at any point into the game as a base runner. What? Like, I don't get that. Like, we already have guys on your bench that'll be pinch runners.
So playing like a little bit of high school growing up, they had this rule in place just so like the catcher could like be quicker to get the game moving a little bit. So you'd have a pinch runner, you have a special pinch runner, and the runner would go out there and then the catcher would come back so they could get their equipment on. That was the reasoning for it in high school. This is the major league level. We don't need special pinch runners. Stop. Just stop. This isn't tournament baseball. This isn't high school. Do not just stop. T-ball. This is like come on. Come on, guys.
And then the other one, dude, like the other one is what? So pitchers will only be again, this is all the Atlantic League. Will permit only one disengagement from the pitching rubber per at bat? I love the 2. I love the 2-3 thing. I think it's fun.
Why
only one? Like, you're going too far. I agree.
Rob,
look, listen to the shift, dude.
Hey.
Listen to the shift. The shift knows.
Hey, Manfred, looking into the camera. Manfred, enough. Settle down. That's all I gotta say. I'm done.
You're the answer with your Reebok. You're the answer with your Reebok hoodie on.
I know.
Look at you.
I got all the answers.
All right, Kanye. Okay. So I think we both agree there. Look, MLB's going too far. I want to know from the fans out there, from our millions of listeners, what do you think? What do you make of these rules? Are there any other rules any of these rules that you like, dislike, indifferent about? But indifferent's not fun. Give us an opinion. You don't like it, you like it. Or any other rules that maybe you could think of that you would like the Atlantic League to do. So I think these are interesting. It's good content. We appreciate it. Thank you, MLB. But no, stop going too far. So as we are going through the meat and potatoes here, actually, we're still in the meat and potatoes part of this Nick Earnshaw. Sorry, I didn't introduce that as the meat and potatoes going into the segment, but this is the meat and potatoes of the shift. So take it for what it is. So let's get to our continuing series here in our early part of our series of all-time lineups rosters for each franchise. Nick Earnshaw, tell the crowd, the listeners, the audience, what team franchise we got today.
All right, so we wanted to do like a more historical franchise last week in the National League. So I was like, why don't we start with an American League team who's pretty historical, right? So today, our all-time Boston Red Sox lineup will be given. Now we'll put out a graphic again this week as well. Listen, I'm excited for this one. This one was a fun one. Like I said, I don't think I'm as controversial this week. I think
Andre Ethier on the Red Sox. You're going to be play for the Red Sox.
You're going to be okay with this list this week. I feel like you'll be
all
right.
Am I? Wait, we didn't discuss.
So.
We'll go on the fly here. Did we come up with the DH or no? Are we doing?
I did. I added the DH in there. Yeah, I don't know. Did you? Right. Did you?
No, but I can make it work. I can make it work. No, right. I can plug it in. I can plug.
I was like, because we didn't use one for the Dodgers and the NL. We didn't use one. I just felt like you couldn't not use one, especially for the Red Sox. And we had the same idea.
I think going forward, we'll do a DH for every team, just because it's universal DH for every team in Major League.
Yeah, we could. We could.
I think we should. I think it'd be more fun that way, because like the pitcher doesn't hit anymore. So so let's go position by position. We'll go back and forth on each position. We'll do catcher, first base, so on. And at the end, we'll put together our 1 through 9 lineups. So
okay.
You go first. Give me your catcher.
All right, my catcher. I think this one was pretty easy. I hope. Carlton Fisk. Carlton Fisk had to.
Jason Varitek.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's Carlton Fisk.
Okay.
I got you. It's Carlton Fisk.
Oh, I almost had a heart attack. Oh, jeez.
Although I was a Veritek fan growing up, so
yeah,
I
Veritek
like wanted to say Veritek.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, sure. He's on the bench. He's like on the last spot on the bench. There's like a million other guys that should be in front of him. All right, so we both agree on Carlton Fisk, catcher. First baseman. I'm actually interested to hear what you have to say. Because I think we both know who our DH is, and we'll get to that at the end. But let me hear who your first baseman is.
It gets through. No, it's not. It's not Buckner. Carl Yastrzemski is my first baseman.
Was he a first baseman?
Yeah, he could play first base. Yes. So I threw Yastrzemski at first base.
Okay. All right. I had Jimmy Fox.
Yeah, it's a solid one.
Jimmy Fox obviously didn't play as many years as he did with the A's, but I thought with the Red Sox, well, I don't want to mention that because one of these players is going to be in the lineup as my DH. But Fox, he still had like a 50 homer year, I think, with the Red Sox. He was still putting up like monster numbers. I thought, Jimmy Fox, I think it was like 5 or 6 years with the Red Sox, but still, one of those incredible power hitters in the 1920s and 30s and those years, right next to Babe Ruth and all that. So I thought Jimmy Fox was a good pick for my first baseman, but Yastrzemski, I didn't know. I thought he was mainly an outfielder, but I guess if he played first base, I give that too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your second baseman?
Second baseman, I have to go with a more recent recent player. Dustin Pedroia has to be my second baseman. No doubt. Growing up watching him, it was like him and Utley were like the two guys I would always watch playing, especially like playing second base when I played baseball growing up. Like Pedroia and Utley were those were like the two guys I would watch all the time and try and mimic, So Pedroia, great bat. Stinks the injuries towards the end, kind of got him a little bit, but Pedroia, I think is their best second baseman.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. We both got Pedroia. How about shortstop?
Shortstop, Nomar Garciaparra. Oh, what a guy! What a guy! I think we mentioned this before. Like we both love Nomar Garciaparra. He's fantastic, man. I couldn't go anywhere else. Nomar is the shortstop of the Red Sox. Had to.
Yeah, I agree. We're both in agreement there. Third base.
Wade Boggs is my third baseman. I think this one's pretty easy too. Boggs, legendary third baseman, man, for the Red Sox. Legendary Red Sox. Up there with like Carlton Fisk. I think this one was like slam dunk, no doubt. He's the third baseman.
Yep, I agree there. He was an on-base machine, hit machine. His 30,000th home run came, or 3,000 home run, 3,000 hit.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
I didn't know he hit 3,000 homers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow.
It was the complete opposite. I think he had I don't even know if he had 100. Wade Boggs, his 3,000th home run came with the Devil Rays. But did I say 3,000th home run again? I definitely said it.
Yeah, he said it again.
3,000th hit was a home run with the Devil Rays. Legendary. And nothing to do with the Red Sox, but I always like to mention that because I think it's a really fun quirky fact. Cool. Before they were the Rays. So but Wade Boggs, he was just just on base hit machine for the Red Sox back in those days in the 80s. So let's go to the outfield. I'll give you my three outfielders first, and then you give me your three.
Okay.
I'm going Teddy Ballgame, Ted Williams, obvious. Tris Speaker, another one to me, obvious. And then Carl Yastrzemski is my other outfielder, but you had him as your first baseman, but I guess it doesn't really matter as long as they're playing both positions. Give me yours.
So I had to go Ted Williams.
Right.
He's in I threw him in left. Center field, Mookie Betts. Right field, Manny Ramirez. I'm sticking Manny out there and right. So I had to I could not leave Manny Ramirez off this lineup in this.
I was thinking about it, but I had Yastrzemski there. I guess maybe I messed up with the
you're cool with Yastrzemski in the outfield. I think you're cool there because I think he moved around.
Do you know if Tris Speaker has 792 doubles?
He had 792 doubles.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I did not know that.
Man? Look at his numbers, man. 134.9 career WAR.
I can't leave Mookie out, man. I can't leave Mookie out. Man.
Yeah, I can because Tris Speaker had like a 99 career. Hold on, let me go to his numbers real quick. Tris Speaker, where you at, baby? look, I know Mookie had like 10 WAR season. Dude, Tris Speaker had a 10.1 WAR season, another 10 WAR season. He had a 9 WAR season. I know you're not a WAR guy, but Tris Speaker.
It's not that I'm not a WAR guy. I'm a WAR guy.
Dude, look. Tris Speaker led the league in home runs in 1912 with 10 homers.
It's fine.
Come on, dude. 10 homers, 53 doubles.
I want
look at the triples. 222 career triples. 428 career on base.
How many career triples?
222.
Listen, solid. Listen, great. I can't.
Just okay.
I can't leave Mookie out of here, man. I can't.
3,500 career hits.
2 seasons of RBI baseball, over 100. His batting
RBI.
average.
You're mentioning RBIs. What are we
346. Batted 346 in 2018. Slugged 640.
2018 was legendary. I know. It was legendary
man.
I know.
World Series MVP. I can't leave Mookie out of here, man.
Mookie was great.
Great player.
Overall, he played with Boston from 1907 to 1915, and he was just a machine, bro.
I know. You're going way back.
And
listen,
436 stolen bases, career stolen bases. Come on.
Okay. Listen, fine.
I like Mookie.
Great. I'm not disrespecting him. You cannot like Mookie. I cannot like Mookie, man. I think that 2018 season really special. His early prime with the Red Sox, mistake for letting him go. Total mistake for allowing him to walk.
Of course.
Yeah, I had to put Mookie on here. You got to get younger. And some in your lineup, man.
All right, so older, I get the older players.
You go way back. I'm bringing in the new era. I had to put Mookie.
Right. Yeah, like the hats, like the new era hats. So all right, okay, we're not done yet. Who's the? We still got starter and closer too. But let's get to the DH. Who's your DH?
My DH. OG, legend, Big Papi, man. David Ortiz.
Yeah.
My DH. He can't go anywhere else. I think that was pretty self-explanatory, easy. I guess you could put him at first base, if we didn't go DH, but he's known as DH. So
that was my thing, is if we didn't work on a DH, he's my first person. But he's my DH. How about, I'm actually curious about this. Who's your starting pitcher?
This one's tough.
Don't give me some BS. Go ahead.
Listen, this one was.
It wasn't tough. It was not tough. But go ahead.
Tough. It was tough.
No, it was not. Go ahead, though. I want to hear you.
I ended up going Pedro Martinez as my starting pitcher.
Thank God.
Did I scare you? Did I scare you a little bit? It was
a little bit, tough. Yeah.
A little tough. I had a couple of options I could have chose from, but
I ended up on Pedro.
I ended up on Pedro. I think this was the obvious choice here. Pedro. He's the man. Pedro Martinez is the man. It's that simple. Former Philly, by the way. 2009.
Yeah, screwed up for us in the World Series. Thanks, Pedro. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's all right. It was at the end of his career.
Yeah.
I just think, I always like to mention, literally Pedro had 2 of the best seasons by a pitcher of all time in 1998 or that was 1999 and 2000. You might look at Bob Gibson's 1.12 ERA from 1968, but if you look at the deeper metrics, Pedro's season were actually better that year because he was pitching in the steroid era. He had like a 1.7 ERA and a 2.20 ERA in the steroid era. That's incredible. That's the average ERAs of those seasons were like 4.5 to 5. So if you're really looking at just the how the metrics stack up to the eras of which where he was playing in, Pedro had a couple of the best seasons by a starting pitcher ever. And honestly, his run with the Red Sox from 98 to 2004, that's, if you look at the overall numbers, they were just unreal. He was the best pitcher, and it was him and Randy Johnson. That was pretty much it. Just how the last decade it's been Kershaw and Verlander, that was Randy Johnson and Pedro. They were probably even a little bit better. So I think, Pedro, that time period with the Red Sox. No, he wasn't a Red Sox for his entire career, because also with Montreal and LA. But as a Red Sox, he was just, I always remember, I love bringing it up, the 1999 All-Star game where he just struck out 5 of the 6 batters he faced, where it was Sosa, McGuire, Bagwell, Larry Walker, Barry Larkin. It was just that Pedro, it was unhittable. It was literally his fastball, his changeup, his curveball, all Hall of Fame pitchers were unhittable. So I think we're both in agreement there on Pedro. I'm a little upset that you had to say it was tough. I did my due diligence though. I looked at other pitchers. I looked at Clemens.
Yeah,
I looked at Cy Young, but Cy Young in an era was a weird era.
They named the award after him, Francis. You got to give him a little bit of credit. Come on.
Yeah, because he had all these wins, which don't matter.
Listen, 2 20-win seasons for Pedro. 20-plus win season for Pedro.
He did.
With the Red Sox.
It matches up with his numbers, all right?
We pretty much started the show. 200-win guy in Clayton Kershaw now. 200-win guy, Pedro Martinez. How about that?
You're right.
Starting then with the 200 wins.
All right. How about closer?
As much as I can't stand the guy, with Boston, I mean, it's got to be Papelbon. As much as I hate his guts. I think he is a jackass, but he won that first World Series with them. And killed the streak, ended the curse.
No, that wasn't him. That was
that was 07. That was 07. Yeah, that was 07.
Second.
So after that. So 07, came in, won the World Series, was just unbelievable, was untouchable pretty much in the 9th inning. Was terrible in Philadelphia, but
actually, he's the all-time leader in saves in Philly too.
I know. And it's
terrible, but he had the all-time saves.
He's terrible. He's just a terrible human being. Just terrible.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it's just
so I think we.
You remember when he fought? Do you remember he fought Bryce in when he was with the Nationals?
Of course,
Bryce
Harper. Yeah, screw.
What a guy.
Screw Papel bum. Is that what they call him? Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so give me your lineup then. Where are we? Who's leading?
All right.
Who's batting ninth?
Who's
batting second?
All right, so I guess I'll have Mookie lead off. I'll go him first. I'll have Mookie lead off. Then I'll probably go Pedroia 2, Nomar 3. Actually, no, wait. I have to redo this one because I didn't put it 1 through 9. I just went down the list. You go first.
All right, so I got Speaker, Boggs, Teddy Ballgame, Big Papi, Jimmy Fox, Yastrzemski, Garcia Parra, Fisk, and Pedroia.
All right, I like it.
I think it's pretty.
I like it.
I you better like. I know you like it. I didn't need your approval, but thank you.
All right, let me go. I'll go Mookie first. I'll have Mookie lead off. I'll go Boggs 2. I'll go Yastrzemski 3, Fisk 4. Let me see.
Fisk 4? What is wrong with you?
I'll go Manny 5. I'm like all over the place. Ted Williams. I gotta redo this.
What is this? Yeah, you know what? No, we'll tease that for when Earnshaw's gonna put it.
I gotta put it
on Twitter.
Out. I know. I gotta look at it again.
Unbelievable.
Because I just went down. I went catcher, first base, second base, third base, shortstop, left field, center field, right field. That's how. And I went down the list. So I gotta set it up. I gotta look at the numbers again and crunch them.
Embarrassing for the shift. Embarrassing day. Embarrassing segment for the shift. He will do better next time, people. I promise. All right, so let's actually talk basketball before we get out of here.
Yeah, we're switching sports.
Yeah, let's close out the show, bud. Let's get off the meat and potatoes, and let's talk about a movie that we both saw now.
Yes.
I had very high expectations for it. It let me down a little bit. I know for you, like you're just like, oh my God, it's so good. I'm so happy that I went to see it. Look at me. Air.
I guess that's
Air Jordan. Air Jordan.
Yes.
No, they just call it Air though. Matt Damon. Who else was in it? Chris Tucker.
Jason Bateman.
Yep, Jason Bateman and Ben Affleck. Affleck. It was a good movie. I had high expectations for it, Nick Earnshaw. Whenever it's anything to do with Michael Jordan, whether it's The Last Dance, whether it's Chicago Bulls when he played 6 titles, it's Michael Jordan. The shoes. I don't wear Jordans anymore really like that. When I was a kid, I did. I always have high expectations, and I had sky high expectations for this movie. It was good, but I didn't leave that movie saying, "Oh my God, I got to go see it again. Or that, oh my God, that's a 9 out of 10. Well, by the way, what system are we using? We're using 5 stars. We're using scale of 1 to 10. What do we
There you go, 1 to 10. 1 to 10 is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I like 1 to 10. That's what I was going to have it as anyway. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, Nick. I thought it was good. Doesn't mean it was bad. It was good. I expected this to be like a 9, and I got 7. So I walked out of that, that theater, and I was like, I mean, it was with my brother and sister. We didn't really talk about it much. They're younger, so whatever. But I wasn't ecstatic. I wasn't like, oh my God, that was amazing. That wasn't Remember the Titans. That we're talking about sports movies, right? Remember the Titans. That wasn't Sandlot. None of that. That wasn't Moneyball. Moneyball is an incredible movie too. All those movies are 10s. This was a 7. It was good. I want to hear your explanation though. It was good.
See, I thought it was absolutely, positively one of the best movies I have ever seen.
No, you can shut off the computer now. You can shut it off.
I'm serious. I thought it was. Dude, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck always put out a fantastic film. Just going back, they've had a ton of movies together. Good Will Hunting being one of them.
Never seen it.
Never seen Good Will Hunting?
I'm not a hunter. I don't do it.
It's not about hunting. Oh,
it says Good Will Hunting.
Oh, it's not about hunting like deer or anything. But all right. Your homework for the next show is you got to watch that movie. It's fantastic.
You go do your homework. Go put a Red Sox lineup together.
You're getting high.
Go do a Red Sox lineup.
You need to go watch Good Will Hunting. But no, I thought it was fantastic. I thought every role, every actor that played each role, I thought they were spot on. I thought they picked the cast perfectly. And it was just entertaining. There were some funny parts to it. There were some serious parts to it. I just thought it was. I thought it was great. I thought it was well put together. I thought the story was told pretty well. I got to give it like a 9.7 out of 10. Like that's how great.
So no, I just round up. Just say 10.
I thought, but you can't give everything like just a 10. You can't just say 10.
You're gonna give it 9.7. I've seen it one time. What the hell is that?
After one
viewing, give it a 9.5.
After one viewing, 9.7 because it's very close. It's like right there. If I see it again, because I want to go back and see it 2 or 3 more times. That's how great it was. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Top 5 movie I've ever seen. That's heading into my top 5. It's getting up there with Moneyball for me. Moneyball is my favorite movie of all time. It's up there.
Moneyball's great.
It's up there. It's up there. It's up there with it.
Moneyball's great. Excuse me.
Matt Damon was great.
I agree with you. I agree with you on Moneyball. Moneyball is a 9 to 10 out of 10. I agree with that. There was no Matt Damon was good, but Matt Damon wasn't. Right. You're talking about Moneyball. Brad Pitt, Brad Pitt was amazing. Who's the guy that plays
better than Moneyball? I didn't say it was better. I said
but it's close, right? You said 9.7. It's close enough.
It's close.
It's close enough, dude. So what's his face? Stupid. He's not stupid, but Matt Damon is not Brad. It wasn't Brad Pitt in Moneyball. Okay. Who's the guy that plays next to Brad Pitt and
Jonah Hill?
What's his name? Huh?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, right. Sorry, Jonah Hill. Ben Affleck wasn't Jonah Hill. Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker, I thought was kind of funny in the movie.
I thought Bateman was fantastic. Jason Bateman.
I'm trying to think of Jason Bateman.
Long hair in the movie.
Right now. Hold on. I'm looking up Jason Bateman. Oh yeah. I like Jason Bateman. He was good, but it wasn't
great.
There was nothing incredible about it. It was good. I
thought it was fantabulous.
He did a good role. They were funny. Like you said, they were funny. They could be quirky at times.
Yep.
It was a good flow throughout the movie. I didn't feel it like you're feeling it. Moneyball was a great flow. It was perfect, but 7.
9.7. 9.7. You got to add the point, the 0.9 in front of the 7, and you're good.
Movie, no, I thought it was great. I was entertained. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you. At least we can agree we both liked it.
Yeah, yeah, but you like loved it. I don't love it.
I loved it. I see. I'm a gigantic Jordan fan. You've come to learn this about me. I'm a huge Jordan guy. Huge Jordan.
Okay,
fan.
but that doesn't mean that. Okay, right. So automatically it's good to you then, right? Anything Jordan.
Yeah, but like it could have been. Yeah, but it could have been disappointing. Like it could have been disappointing. I didn't feel disappointed like you. I didn't. I really did not. I thought the chemistry between the characters. I thought the story was told exceptionally well. Yeah, I thought it was. That was one of the first times I've left the theater in a while, other than like seeing a Marvel movie or something. I'm like, holy crap! I didn't clap. I did not clap. I probably should have. Wow. I would have been like one of the only ones to, but.
That'd be funny if you're the only one in there.
You know what's crazy? Do you want to? I did go in my North Carolina Jordan T-shirt.
Oh my god!
And I also went with my J's on. I don't think I have. I think they're downstairs. But yeah, when the Jordan T-shirt, I had the J's on. I was ready to go. I was excited.
I don't know what else to say.
This isn't the first time This isn't the first time I've left you speechless.
Yeah, for the very bad reasons. Okay. Yeah, like why are you proud of that? Don't proud of me leaving. Like, no, this is stupid. All right. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for our air review. All right, that's gonna do it for basketball.
Go see it. It's fantastic.
Go see it. Yeah, go see it. I agree. I go see it, but it's not. You're not. Don't be expecting Moneyball or Sandlot or Remember the Titans or any of those type of movies.
It's better than Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans is. It's good.
Oh, all right. Can we end the show? Look, that's going to do it for us. I can't do this anymore. We will catch you guys soon. Let you know. Let us know what teams you want us to do soon as far as like the series go with the all-time lineups. Nick's over there still cheesing. I hate it. Nick, let's get out of here. Everybody, we'll see you guys next week. Almost hit my lamp. Goodbye.